Peace divine. So it's taken me so long to come and do a video for you guys. I'll just do a video, but I've been like wanting to do a video, but I thought, you know what, let me do a video today. I'm not feeling very well and I've had the time, and I just, because I was not able to get to work, I feel kind of, guilty for what I was not well. So I thought, let me utilize that, let me transmute that energy to something positive. And so here we are. So this video is basically going to be reviewing the Mercury retrograde. It's bare fluff in it. This video is going to be reviewing the Mercury retrograde, and I hope you guys can hear me properly. Yeah, I hope it's picking up the sound. Yeah, but this video is going to be about Mercury retrograde, what I've learned personally, what I've seen that's happened to other people, the funny stories, and how that's not maybe how it's affected me, but just to mention it to you guys so you can have an understanding of how the planet Mercury reacts in the sign of Pisces, especially when it's slowed down from our perspective. Now, for those who have a calendar, these calendars are still on sale. I'll be selling them physically every month at an event called See with C, which is Conversations with Constellations, and that is hosted by Nate, the lyricist. So you can check on my Instagram and you'll be okay to find that there, or you can order it directly for me and I'll have it posted out to you. Or you can Camilla, who's my brand partner, you can order from her as well, however you want to do it. But in here at the bottom, we let you know that Mercury retrograde started from the 17th in the sign of Aquarius. Now, it started in the sign of Aquarius and then shifted onto Mercury. Shifted onto Pisces. Now, Aquarius is an air sign and Pisces is a water sign, so that was different. So for majority of us, everyone, this Mercury retrograde hit two spaces of our lives. So for me, I will use myself as an example. As a Scorpio ascendant, this hit my 4th house and my 5th house. So what is Mercury retrograde? You know, as we know, Mercury retrograde is about the delays, the redos, the reviews. And so with all that, I had major delays with things to do with my home, had a lot of reviews, you know, things to do with just even my mother who passed. Obviously I think about her every time, but even more around that time, and just like appreciating her. And then also just, you know, things to do with my romantic space, things to do with my self-expression. Well, we Libra banded, but those two spaces, you know, the 4th house and the 5th house, which the 4th house for Scorpio's ascendant is ruled by Aquarius, 5th house is ruled by Pisces. But let's get on to the Mercury retrograde and what I kind of like reviewed for this 2020 beginning one. So we know Pisces deals with water. It is a water sign. It is a mutable water. Mutable means it's about change, and it invites change with all its might. Okay. And the retrograde, like for me, like I said, it took place in the 5th house. So I'm going to be looking at my notes because I never keep notes, but today I was writing. I thought I'll share with you guys what I've written. So the 5th house, you know, it ruled my romantic space, my self-creation, and it's the space of children, but I don't have children. But I do have an expression and I do have a romantic life. And even my romantic situation, like someone from the past, someone that I was with romantic in the past, we're still tied with each other. And like they did you know, Pisces is, you know, the energy of Pisces is ruled by Jupiter, and I'm going to start bringing Neptune into it because I'm seeing how that works. But yeah, it's ruled by Neptune, and Neptune is about escapism, like something that's not here. And so they were not here with me, and that made situations a little bit more difficult for certain things that I had to do. When it came to my self-expression, you know, we have a journal that comes out with the calendars, and we've just endured some huge delays in that, which is really irritating. And then I had to, because of my self-expression, I had to review how I express a lot of my things, like the value I've been approached in very interesting ways, and I'm glad that I had to stand my ground. So, you know, I just kind of had to like review how my my self-creation affected my goals, my objective, how my self-creation and my expression really affected the people, the groups that I work with, right? How did these groups of work with affect my self-expression? And that was like the biggest takeout of this. Like during this Mercury retrograde, I've been so, like, it started so well and it's been so fruitful, like, because it's in the 5th house of, like, you know, it's in the 5th house, and a lot of my work, like my self-creation, is put out in you guys, like doing astrology calendars and giving out readings. That's my life work. Like, that's what I do. So with saying that, I gain from that space as well. And so, you know, I give thanks for the clients I got during Mercury retrograde, because I did get them clients. I'm grateful for because it affected my self-creation. So I guess there was a lot of mind and thought into certain things. But best believe I endured so many like delays. Like, for example, like I had, you know, there was different events to be done. You know, it's fashion week. There's other people who just had other events and they wanted me to provide a service for them. Some of that stuff I got there late. Oh my God, it's like you're sleeping. And literally this happened to me. I'm sleeping, and the night before I've told my partner, like, look, yeah, you need to wake me up because, you know, I've set my alarm, everything. You know, bear in mind, no, it's Mercury retrograde. And then I've gone to sleep. The morning of the event, he wakes me up. He's like, babe, wake up, we got to get ready for the event. I was like, nah, man, it's in the evening. What? It's in the evening? No, it wasn't. So yeah, I'm just sleeping in the dream world, having a really, like, dreaming about the event and how I'm at the event, and then that wakes me up and I'm like, oh my God, shit, what time is it? And anyway, I get to the event. The lady's really chilled and cool. I was afraid because, you know, she's a Capricorn, and, you know, Capricorn and discipline. So I felt really some type of way. But you know me, my Sagittarius moon is just like, okay, ma. Anything that goes wrong, there's always a right thing to come alongside. So yeah, so at the event, things were delayed as well. Like equipments that I would use normally weren't available to me. Not because it's her fault, but because of just the time and the space we're in. I might have to make this 2 videos. I just clocked it's like 7 minutes 30 already. And so I had to deal with that, and then I had to deal with those kind of things. And even in dealing with those aspects, why did that happen? So there was a lot of questioning, a lot of reviewing in my, like, work, because of this 5th house is an aspect of work. Moving on, reviewing space. Okay. I will say, because it's in the sign of Pisces, I do like my grapes. I've been drinking that Prosecco and orange juice a lot more. I've been thinking about children a lot more, and, like, wanting to have children. Is that available to me? I don't want to talk about fertility right now, but, you know, you definitely don't want to assume every woman is able to just, like, have sex and then baby comes out. No, some of us, or some, you know, when I say us, women have to go through different unique ways to bring in life into this world. And so I've just been reviewing those things during Mercury retrograde, because it's still hitting my 5th house and my 4th house of mother, and obviously mother, home. And so it just, you can see how that this is so interesting. This Mercury retrograde merged through 2 signs. And so because it started in Aquarius for 2 days, it was in Aquarius, and then it went into Pisces, and then on the 5th of March it went back into Aquarius, the 6th till the 16th, and then forward back. Now it's out, you know. So we've had to deal with 2 concepts. We have had to definitely deal with 2 concepts, whether that was you dealing with work and balancing out your relationship, or those intertwined and caused you delays, and, you know, as such. Part 1, this is part 1 ending. So let me pause this and then record part 2.